Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining us at NRF and for our Big Ideas session, Cinemark's Path to AI-Optimized Labor Scheduling Using Legion Workforce Management. My name is Casey Castellanos, and I'll be your host for today's session. It's my pleasure to introduce our two speakers for today. First, I'd like to introduce Sanish Monkar, founder and CEO of Legion. Sanish has more than 20 years of strategic experience in products, technology, and cloud ops. He was Chief Product Officer at SAP and Ariba. In his role at SAP, he was responsible for all procurement and business network products and technology, which represented over $1 billion in annual revenue. Welcome, Sanish. Also joining us is Marie Zablocki, Vice President of Workforce Management at Cinemark. For over 20 years, Marie has leveraged technology to improve frontline operations. Her talent lies in leading selection, design, and implementation of technology that enhances employee engagement, improves execution, and drives results. Marie has implemented systems supporting task management, point of sale, ship to store, and workforce management for brands such as Zales, Kay Jewelers, Sally Beauty, and Cinemark. Marie is leading Cinemark's transition to Legion while redefining labor strategies due to COVID-19. Welcome, Marie. Without further ado, I'll hand it over to you to get us started. Marie, take it away.
Thank you, Casey. So I'll start off and just tell you a little bit about Cinemark. We are a leader in the motion picture exhibition industry, and our circuit is the third largest in the US, with 331 theaters, 4,517 screens, and we operate in 42 states. We ranked either number 1 or number 2 by box office revenues in 20 of our top 25 US markets as of December 31st of 2019. Movie theaters today are extremely complex. Our operating hours change day by day and week by week. Our traffic and our labor demand are driven by the movie release schedules and the popularity of those movies, which we don't always know in advance. Also, a significant portion of our employee base are minors, so it's critical that we plan their schedules in a way that meet our Cinemark standards for 16 and 17-year-olds and are compliant with any stricter state regulations for scheduling. And in the last decade, the movie theater business has been transforming to provide customers with a full out-of-home entertainment experience. Traditionally, theaters had a box office, a concession stand, and ushers. And now we have restaurants, bars, reserved seating, game rooms, and all kinds of new features that make labor scheduling more complex. So to support all of this, Cinemark is updating how we approach labor scheduling, and we needed a system that can handle the level of complexity that we face every day. So what Cinemark was looking for, our legacy solutions were dated and no longer meeting all of these business needs. And our top priorities for our new system were agility and employee engagement. So we needed a system that could help us identify and react to fluctuations in our demand. So when schedules change, we need an easy way to communicate those updates to our employees. We also wanted a system that's easy to learn. This reduces training time and improves execution. And we were looking for a system that can support a complex operating environment of multiple departments, each with their own demand and labor forecasts. On the employee engagement side, we had multiple paper-based processes for swapping shifts, availability tracking, and more. And we wanted to leverage technology to eliminate those paper processes, creating a better experience for our employees. Our teams are large enough that we are able to offer flexible scheduling options, such as swapping shifts, but we wanted a system that would enable this while also ensuring employee skills are getting matched to the right shifts, and we stay in compliance with any scheduling rules. We also find many of our employees are happy to work extra hours, so we wanted a system that would make it easy for them to find those real-time opportunities, and again, would ensure they had the right skills for the shifts they were picking, and that we would stay in compliance throughout that schedule change process. So we turn to Legion. Legion provides a path for us to optimize both our labor efficiency and our employee engagement simultaneously. We were looking for a system that has an AI platform so we could provide the key business and labor data, and the system would transform it into labor demand and optimization for us. And Legion's able to help us determine demand and find the right people to cover that demand. The second key reason that we chose Legion is because it's a system our employees and our managers would enjoy interacting with. It is easy to learn and easy to teach. We wanted it to be more accessible for our team members, and the mobile app helps improve employee engagement. It improves communication. It puts more visibility and control at our employees' fingertips. And having a nice alignment with Workday was also a bonus for Cinemark. So our path to get from where we were to AI optimized scheduling involves 3 key milestones that I want to tell you about. First up is scheduling, and we went live with Legion scheduling in Q4 of 2020. Our second step is time and attendance, which we are currently rolling out. And very soon, we plan to roll out the full AI optimized scheduling. So phase 1, with Legion scheduling, we're already seeing improvements in efficiency, engagement, and compliance. So let's start with efficiency. Efficiency, the easy match of the right employee to the shift is a huge benefit for us. And we're using Legion's badges to identify the employee skills and the type of work roles they're qualified to be scheduled for. When a manager's creating the schedule, Legion recommends team members to staff the shifts based on those skills, but also their availability, their shift preferences, and our compliance rules. It is much easier for our managers to communicate any schedule changes to employees, and it's easier to offer those extra shifts to employees without worrying about compliance issues. From an employee engagement standpoint, employees always have the latest schedule at their fingertips. It's far easier to swap shifts. As I mentioned before, swapping shifts was paper-based, required multiple steps, a little bit of planning had to go into getting that swap done. Now they can initiate a swap from an app on their phone. Legion makes sure the employees who are swapping are qualified and the swap doesn't create any compliance issues. So by the time the request comes to a manager, that manager knows that it's already passed through a few gates, such as, yes, both of these employees are qualified, and no, it doesn't create a compliance violation if you approve this. It's also easier for employees to communicate their work preferences. So in addition to knowing their available hours, now we also know their preferences for how many shifts per week they want to work, the desired length of those shifts, and the day and their most preferred hours that they want to work. All of this creates an extra level of excitement for managers and staff. That excitement comes from the ability to pick up extra shifts, better match employee preferences and business needs together. And our third improvement with scheduling has been on the compliance standpoint. So we operate in 42 states, as I mentioned, and there are built-in checks for the state and city level compliance rules that we operate under. And we have all the configurations that we need for overtime and minor scheduling rules. So all of these features come together and it creates efficiency for our managers and enables them to get out of the office writing schedules and spend more time with their employees and our customers. It also creates a better experience for our employees who can now be more engaged with their schedules and communicating their shift preferences. And that's all just in phase 1. So let's talk about phase 2, time and attendance. As we roll out time and attendance, we expect to see even greater improvements in these three categories. We'll be able to reduce our labor or the time that our managers are spending reviewing those timesheets by focusing on exceptions instead. For example, we can auto-approve employee punches that match the schedule. So that way managers can focus on the things that didn't go according to plan. And we'll continue to eliminate paper processes by leveraging attestation at the time clock. Also in phase 2, employees are going to be able to pick up shifts at nearby locations, which gives them even more opportunity to make additional money with no additional compliance risk. And speaking of compliance, as we move away from paper processes and have more electronic record keeping, we'll have more visibility with easy access to our current and historical data. So phase 1 and phase 2 are building blocks to get us to our ultimate goal of AI optimized scheduling. This is where we put all the pieces together. We'll combine our labor models and our demand models to forecast the business needs, which will then be matched with our employees' preferences. The path to AI optimized scheduling involves a decent amount of change management, and here are a few points of advice I have to share. Expect your managers to go on a journey as they learn to trust the system. If your managers are used to handling every detail and making every decision, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to trust the system recommendations and really leverage those system suggestions. For those managers that want to know every detail, they can find that in Legion. For example, when assigning a shift to an employee, you can pick from Legion's recommended list of employees, but you also have the option to search for a specific employee and see why they were not recommended. Maybe they already have too many shifts scheduled, or maybe they aren't available for that specific shift. We give our managers time to dig in deep so they get a better understanding of how the system is making recommendations. And by doing this, they learn to start trusting those recommendations and let the system do work for them so that they can spend their time on the most valuable leadership activities, which leads me to my second recommendation. Make sure you provide some direction or suggestions on where you do want your managers spending their time. So optimized systems create an excellent starting point with much less effort required by the managers. So as your managers start trusting the system, help them focus on what work you still need them doing. You might recommend that the managers review which employees are working together in a shift to ensure the best teamwork. Also, managers can ensure labor impact from any local activities or meetings are covered in the schedule that's been created. So have them looking for those specific types of activities in the schedule. And then once they trust the system, watch out for the pendulum swing. Systems don't replace conversations. That's one of those key leadership skills you want to encourage your managers to continue. Use the system to make information sharing easier, but still have conversations with your employees. And proactive conversations are the best. A great conversation example is discussing how you as the manager will be balancing business needs and employee availability and shift preferences during an upcoming peak business period. That sets a foundation for employees increasing their understanding of the business and understanding any feedback that they may receive on their schedule change requests that are for that peak period. So with that, I want to turn it over to Sanish to tell you more about Legion.
Thank you, Marie. Hello, everyone. This is Sanish Markar. And firstly, I want to just thank Marie for your leadership and driving technology change at Cinemark and for partnering with Legion. It's great to see awesome progress at Cinemark. We are very happy to see how the various phases have been laid out and how we are tracking to those milestones. For everyone, I will start by introducing Legion, the company, a little better. We have pioneered AI-driven workforce management and have applied advanced technologies to this topic. Today, Legion powers nearly 30,000 customer locations across 14 countries with over 450,000 happy employees. The industry has taken note of our progress, especially in this market where there are so many challenges with regards to labor management. We have definitely applied a new approach that is providing great results to customers. In addition to recognition from Business Insider and being named to JMP Securities Hot 100 Startups, Gartner has also recognized Legion as a 2020 Cool Vendor in the HCM space. And we are also included in the market guides for workforce management as well as retail workforce management. Finally, our organization is backed by some of the best venture capital firms out there, which are helping us fuel the massive investments in technology that we are bringing to the product here. Fundamentally, the goal of Legion is to provide, you can call it superpowers to your managers and the operators in your labor operations. We are aiming to do things that either people are not great at because they tend to be very data-driven things and require a lot of computations, for example, or it is not the best usage of their time and they would rather be doing other things that are of higher value in their roles. For example, in order for managers to create a strong compliance schedule, they need to consider sales, operating hours, compliance requirements, healthy worker protocols today, especially with all the things that are needed to manage the COVID-19 pandemic, capacity restrictions, employee preferences around availability, days of the week. These are a lot of different requirements, a lot of things to compute in order to create a great schedule. And all of these things may change from week to week, so it's a very hard job. Furthermore, managers, really, if you ask them what they enjoy doing during the day, it's really interacting with customers and their staff. So this just ends up becoming a chore. Legion's AI automatically computes all of these factors and delivers great outcomes to employees, managers, and the business overall. And we apply some really advanced technology. We take into account the various data sets that you see on the screen. All of these data sets have a role to play in influencing the outcome of a perfect schedule. And we have built the automation and the engine to continuously process this data so that all these factors are considered. And the manager, from a manager standpoint, a great schedule is the outcome. And then on top of that, they can always go and make edits, but those edits and changes tend to be very minimal and they're very situational, but the starting point they get is a schedule that is as close to perfect as possible based on data. Employees get schedules that better match their preferences as well. And as we know, this is a great driver of job satisfaction today. When employees are empowered to have a say in the schedules that they get and have more visibility and control, it leads to better experiences for the employees, that leads to better experiences for your customers. Managers and upper field managers also get better visibility into employees' preferences as well as the schedule efficiency. And things like compliance and schedule policy adherence that are very important in driving a great labor operation today. So as we think about Legion, we think about all of these personas. We think about all of these participants that are using Legion and how to serve them best in terms of automating the tasks that they are doing that can be automated using data. So this is what the Legion workforce management solution end-to-end looks like. And let's start at the bottom with our foundation, Legion's workforce management platform. At a foundation, we are built on a multi-tenant cloud-based microservices architecture, which is built for scale, built for integrations, and offers a great user experience. It is very important for workforce management applications to run on a modern, agile, cloud-based platform because the world of labor with regards to whether it's compliance or with regards to business drivers like omni-channel and curbside pickup, this world is changing very rapidly. And you need a platform that has the agility to keep up with these changes. And as we know, cloud-based enterprise applications offer that advantage far better than fixed cost on-premise type of environments where it is difficult to make those changes rapidly. Next is the control center that gives you self-service configuration and controls, which helps accelerate time to value, and also furthermore ensures that your organization remains nimble in the face of the type of changes that I referred to. Ensuring that policy changes, configuration changes, labor model changes are as self-service as possible to our customer organizations is an important goal that enables rapid change and enables even more precision of labor deployment across different types of locations and types of stores and so on. Next come our modules. Legion Workforce Management is a full suite platform with every module from demand forecasting through time and attendance. Every module is enabled by data science and automation and ensures superior results for your organization. Legion's Workforce Management also offers advanced reporting and analytics capabilities. The byproduct of our data-driven approach fundamentally is data. And Legion Workforce Management enables your analysts to uncover trends, uncover important insights, and utilize this data to make other business decisions. Last but not the least, we can deploy these modules independently of each other based on where your most pressing needs are. So this is not an all or nothing rip and replace. You can also adopt Legion in phases, in modules, based on the journey that you envision is best for your organization. Finally, what makes Legion different compared to other workforce management providers out in the marketplace today? We are fundamentally different from legacy solutions in a few important ways. First is data science. Legion was fundamentally built with data science at its core. We had the advantage of starting with a clean architecture, no legacy baggage to migrate or deal with, and figure out what's the best software architecture we can build to enable data science in every single aspect of Legion. And that's exactly what we did. And furthermore, we have also productized it. So Legion Workforce Management today is the only platform with true data science live in production for multiple years today and has achieved a maturity level that you usually don't see out there in enterprise applications. Second, our employee participation rate is over 95%. And this is a huge difference from the legacy workforce management programs where employees were generally at the receiving end of schedules, but typically were not active participants, were not logging in, or did not have the right user experience to drive adoption, like superior mobile applications, for example. Legion's engagement, despite the mobile application of Legion being optional, is incredibly high at greater than 95%. Our platform, as I was referring to earlier, true modern cloud platform, offers pre-built integrations, no upgrade costs, and an incredibly low total cost of ownership. Finally, the faster time to value. Workforce management implementations are notoriously slow, could take years because of the complexity of all the things that need to be built or customized or integrated. And in Legion's case, we are extremely fast. We have extremely fast time to value. You can be up and running on Legion in as little as 3 months. which enables you to enjoy rapid ROI and delivers among the fastest time to value of any IT project that you may be considering. And also to reinforce one more time, you do not have to replace your entire workforce management today to experience these improvements. Legion's platform is modular, allows you to tackle specific challenges like forecasting inaccuracies or unengaged employees independently and irrespective of your current workforce management contract. With that, I would like to hand it back to Casey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanish and Marie, for the excellent presentation today, and a big thanks to all of you who joined us today. Before you go, if you have questions or are interested in learning more about Legion or workforce management solutions, please visit our website, legion.co. You can contact us there at any time. This concludes the session, Cinemark's path to AI-optimized labor scheduling using Legion workforce management. Thank you.